the official introduction.
And again, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for bout number 2, a bantamweight bout made up of three 3-minute rounds, and it is an MMA match. It's brought to you by High County Paving and Rocky Mountain Asphalt. And now, our fighter out of the blue corner is 30 years old, 5'8". He weighed in at 135.2 pounds. This is his debut fight representing SBG Missoula out of Missoula, Montana. Please welcome Isaac Luoma. And his opponent out of the red corner is 20 years old, 5'9". He weighed in at 134 pounds. This is his debut MMA fight as well, representing top-tier boxing out of Bozeman, Montana. He is Owen West.
You know, and just to touch on what you were talking about, the age difference, man, being that young fighter coming in, taking on the older guy, like, it's nerve-wracking, man. I've been there, I've done that. When I was 18, I fought a 40-year-old guy, and I was like, man, this is a grown man. He has so much more life experience.
Sure.
You know, and you ever hear that dad strength or old man strength?
Absolutely.
That's a real thing. So, you know, let's see how Isaac and Owen, you know, come in the middle. And like I said, 10-year age gap, but it's both their debuts. That's the thing about MMA. You know, these guys are on equal playing field right now.
Speaking of old man strength, I'm 44, about to turn 45.
That's right.
I got that old man strength.
Let's go.
What's up? All right, here we go.
My old man strength's developing, but I have dad strength.
Oh, wow. Owen's looking sharp. I like those feints and that nice teep kick right off the bat.
Oof, nice leg kick. Set that up with your jab, Owen. See, I just don't, personally, I just don't like the rear leg teep kick. I think it's just too slow. And you can even see Isaac. You can see it coming, and he's able to back up. Nice jab from Owen West. I'd rather see Owen do that teep kick with the front leg. Oh, nice kick. Feints the teep.
Whoa, that's speed. Holy smokes. I can't believe this is his debut fight. He's looking sharp.
He's 20 years old making his debut fight in MMA, and man, does he look composed. Ooh, Isaac with a beautiful inside leg kick. Breaks the foundation of Owen West. Ooh, it looked like a low shot. But Isaac, doesn't flinch to it.
Owen caught Isaac as he was going backwards with the jab. Nice body shot from Isaac.
Changing up the level here. Ooh, looks in for that switch.
Oof.
I'll tell you what, Isaac needs to keep that left hand high. Ooh, goes to the body, just misses.
That was a beautiful teep caught Isaac coming in. Doubles the power.
See, I think, like, yeah, it's just, man, it's just a really slow strike. I mean, it's working out for Owen, man, but I'd like to see him go to that lead leg teep. It's not as strong, but it's a lot faster.
God, he is so quick. This is wild.
1-2 roll out. Oof. Wow. These guys are getting a brawl. Let's go.
Nice blitz from Isaac.
Man, although Owen does seem a little crispier than Isaac, Isaac's here to fight. You can see them just rush through. He's already been kicked in the head 2 or 3 times. You know, he's not running away from the action. I'll tell you that. He's here to fight.
This is one of the best debut fights that I've ever seen.
I don't know, man. Junior looked pretty awesome. Junior Maldonado looked pretty awesome in his debut. But, man, let's talk about the matchmaking. These two guys, and even in the last fight, bringing in Junior Maldonado. The last four fighters, they're all debut fighters, and look how great they look. Even Isaac, man, look how good he looks.
Oh, Isaac's looking great, too. He actually almost landed that TP, threw that with bad intentions.
Owen kind of not pressing as fast forward as he was before. There it is. Nice 1-2. Oh, nice 3 by Isaac.
Isaac caught him clean there.
Big swing and a miss, Babe Ruth. I'd like to see him set that head kick up, man. It looks really good. His technique looks really good, but he's not setting it up with his hands. See, same thing with that. Oh, you can hear that through the headphones.
Man, I'm a big fan of those calf kicks. I feel like they add up and do a lot of damage over the course of a fight. Nice body kick.
Isaac getting a little more comfortable as this round goes on. Oh, big right hand.
Seemed to catch Owen pretty clean there, but Owen, testament to him and his chin, he looks very composed still.
And I tell you what, Isaac's getting, nice little hook there, but Isaac's getting comfortable. You know, he's starting to open up. Look at he's coming forward. Oh, wow. Big right hand to finish the round. Isaac did not like that.
Wow. This fight is fun, man. I mean, I am such a fan of seeing good kickboxing and good kickboxing on both sides. This is tremendous. And I did not expect this. Let's take a look at this replay.
Nice jab from Isaac. Inside leg kick. See what I mean by that? That's the key reason why I don't like that. Because what he's doing is he's throwing the push kick. It's not a teep kick, it's a push kick, and he's switching to a southpaw stance. But when you miss, now you're in range to get hit, and that's exactly what happened. I'm not a big advocate of that rear leg. I'd rather see him do the T. Now, if he's looking for a push kick to create space, that's one thing. But he's and I don't want to say he's doing it wrong. I just don't think it's very advantageous because you saw that he missed and he steps right into range and he got popped.
You know, that's something that Zaid Magomedov told me he's working on for this fight is exactly that, setting up his kicks, setting up his strikes as opposed to throwing them without a setup. Because you do get vulnerable to counters.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And you can just see it right there, that landed that big shot. You see Owen a little swollen up on the right side here. Ooh, nice one, too. So he's just missing this jab cross, and I'm going to tell you why. He's not moving his feet far enough. He looks good. He's stepping right. See that? He's leaning on his front foot, making him have to go backwards after he throws a cross. If he steps both feet in at the same time, he's going to land this. Watch. You see how he's leaving that back foot behind? See?
Yes.
Did it again. So he goes 1-2, but he's so off balance on that front, he has to go back before he can follow forward. Watch.
What do the coaches need to tell him on the break to make that adjustment?
He needs to move both feet, not just his left foot. He needs to move that right foot. Pay attention to it as we go forward. Nice little skip in inside kick. That one wasn't too bad. But when you see him miss, you'll see his weight will go back. Nice jab from Isaac. And that was better. He's moving him in. Maybe you heard me. Oh, beautiful. That hurt. He's hurt. I think he's hurt.
Heavy body
He needs to
kick.
start putting the pressure on him. He can end this.
Oh!
He dropped. Oh, my gosh. Just as I say, he was hurt. Isaac comes in, lands a big shot. He's looking for the finish here. Huzaifa, they're in a brawl here. Owen's running.
Covering up.
Boom. Isaac looking for the finish here.
He's got him back against the cage. Let's see what Owen can do to get out of the... Oh!
Nice knee to the body. Owen needs to slow the pace down. He needs to recover. We got about 1:40 left in this round, and Isaac is turning out big shots from Isaac Luoma.
That left hand landed heavy. What a back and forth brawl.
Looks for the trip, the outside trip there. Hard to do off the fence. Owen West needs to get his head position. He needs to get his forehead under his chin here, not on the other side because he can't do any strikes from there. Get that forehead into the chin, start doing some damage with that right hand because right now Owen's just here to recover. So just so you know, too, the same thing. See how his chin's kind of resting on his shoulder. He needs to get his forehead in under his chin there and make it uncomfortable. Right now they're just hugging, and I think this is very bad for Isaac Luoma just because he's letting Owen West recover, and he had him hurt twice in that round. And he'll learn from this. He's watching this. He's going to hear me on the commentary. He's going to learn from this because this is a rookie mistake, and it's okay that he's making that mistake, but he needs to learn from this. And he needs to focus on the head position. He needs to focus on separating. This is not where Isaac wants to be in this situation. Now, on the contrary, this is where Owen wants to be, and he's doing everything right to try to recover and get to the third round here because, in my opinion, it's 1-1 going into the third.
Owen's trying to land some knees while in that clinch. I mean, these guys have been fighting at a frenetic pace. There must be some impact to the cardio at this point, not to mention the damage that each of them has taken on.
Yeah, there's no question about that. I mean, especially Owen West gets dropped twice, chased down. But I tell you what, I really would love to see. I would have loved to see Isaac separate and try and finish this fight. Unfortunately, now for him, Owen gets to go into the third round with a whole minute rest.
By the way, Isaac landed a nice knee as that round closed out. Let's take a look at the replay.
Boom, look at that body kick. Look, you'll see him put his hands down?
Yep.
Yep, he was hurt. Bang! Big right hand. Isaac looks in for the finish. Boom, boom. See how he's clinching him there? I understand why he's doing it. Look at it. Drops him down again, but he's just too close. Separate a little bit. Give yourself some space. And, for Owen West, again, debut fighter, slows the pace down, survives the onslaught. Now he has a chance to win this fight in the third round.
I mean, how crazy is it? Right as he landed that heavy body kick, you said, yo, you got to layer it on. And as he pressed forward, all of a sudden the fight switched like that. Isaac landed a picture-perfect shot, and then Owen was on the back foot. I mean, this is so back and forth and so exciting. It's incredible. Was not what I was expecting.
Yeah, I understand that, man. And I'm going to stick by with what I said. I know it didn't work out for Owen West, but I'm going to stick by it. He was hurt. Sometimes that just happens, though. If you ever watch Pete Sell, he knocked the wind out of him, and the opponent came in for the finish. He hits a big overhand right and ices him. in the UFC about 20 years ago.
But this is why we love the sport, because things like that can change on a flip of a dime.
See, there it is again. He throws that right leg teep kick and then switches to a southpaw. He's going to get countered again. I don't like. Oh! Big head kick, but I think he just pissed Isaac off. Let's go.
That one landed flush as you were mid-sentence. That was crazy, and we could hear that reverberate throughout the entire arena.
And see the sweat go flying. I was glad that's on the other side of the cage and not on our side.
I second that.
See, see how he left his back foot behind, jab, jab, then he had to go back to it. I think Owen West is going to watch this and learn from this, because if he brings that back foot in, he can land that cross and stop missing by just an inch or two. Did it again. Something for you to focus on, too. There it is. I hate that technique. That one's fine,
Oof.
But he has to be able to bring it back. Oh, both landing big shots in this exchange.
You know, something needs to be said about the toughness of these guys. I mean, we've been talking about their technique and their amazing fighting skills, but they've both sustained quite a bit of damage, and they're still trucking on as if nothing has happened.
See, that time he stepped both feet in and was able to get into range there, just missed the shot. Nice leg kick, cross to that leg kick, one of my favorite techniques.
And Owen's doing a really good job of still focusing on the legs. Ooh, another nice body kick, but he continues to pepper the legs.
I just saw a big, deep breath from Isaac. That might have prompted me to start putting a little more pressure on him. About halfway through this third round, hits him in the arms.
Caught in the guard, but it was still made a loud smack.
Owen West needs to know that Isaac has power, and if he hits it with one big shot, he could get put down again. He's being very calculated here, in and out, in and out. That's that technique I don't like, because he's putting his foot down and then he has to step all the way back before he can advance. It's giving Isaac, 1 or 2 seconds there to really land a big shot.
50 seconds to go. I feel like something big is going to happen.
Has to be. Owen West is winning this round, in my opinion, but not by much. Oof, big stiff jab.
That 1-2 was so quick from Owen. I know he's not always landing it, but just watching the speed is very impressive.
You see him leave his leg behind there. Nice head kick. See, Isaac needs to break out of here. He's losing this round. He has 30 seconds. He needs to break out, put a flurry on, and hope to catch Owen West and hurt him unless he has something here that he thinks he can do.
Let's see if Isaac can put the pressure on and land some strikes while he's got Owen up against the fence. Oh! Owen lands a nice knee on the inside. Wow.
Well, I'll tell you this, unofficial scorecard, you look at Isaac's face, he has a big hematoma over his left eye and a cut. But I'll tell you what, I got this 2-1 for the young Owen West. Let's take a look at this replay, Huzaifa. Boom.
See those little leg kicks, they're adding up.
Nice head kick. Big fan of both of these guys. Would love to see these guys fight again.
And I mean, whatever it shows on the scorecards, Justin, you're the fighter, but I assume you agree. Both of these guys have to step away feeling like they did a tremendous job and have to feel proud about this performance because it was incredible.
I mean, yeah, for an outsider looking in, yeah, but I tell you what, Isaac didn't come in here to lose.
Sure.
And you know what? We never know how the judges scored it. But yes, he can be happy with his performance, but I know it's going to bum him out if he comes short on the cards.
Bout number 2, your bantamweight bout, brought to you by High Country Paving and Rocky Mountain Asphalt, comes to a close. Your winner by unanimous decision, out of the red corner, Owen West.
Yeah, Isaac knew.
Let's give both these fighters a big round of applause.
It was the right decision
For both of them having their debut fight. That was a great matchup for you guys. A lot of talent there.